I will try to go through the Mexican desert, and meanwhile I will take us through the review of the 5 films I have watched this week, which are Ferrari, Aquaman, The Boy and Heron, Priscilla and One Life. We will start very soon, 6 people already, that's a good number. I love it. Guys, ads are on. If you see the ads, if they are too long, please let me know. I will try to maximize the experience. İlham, Marley'den profil atsın, ben beynimi kızdırmasın. Okay, it is 32. Still 6 people. It's like that by... What was the band name? Run DMC. I'm actually quite good at Forza Horizon. Driving quite professionally most of the time. Without accidents like this, except 3. Salam Perviz Hacıyev. Seyfoş ile oynayayım. Oynayaram. Okay, we are 9 people now. That's an amazing number. Guys, be informed my mom can join as well. Mama da qoşulabilir. Mama, çata işinə yazma, yaxşı? Qoşulmusansa. Alright, it is 33. I guess we can... Oh, we are down to 4 people. Why? We can start it. So, first film is, as we are driving cars today, first film is gonna be Ferrari. Again, hi everyone. Thanks for joining. Today we have 5 films to review. It will take around 45 minutes, maybe slightly more. We will see. We will start with Ferrari, then we will go to Aquaman 2, then we will go to latest Miyazaki film, The Boy, the Heron, then we will go to One Life, starring Sir Anthony Hopkins, and then we will finally go to Priscilla. As process goes on, people who are already familiar with our strategy, with our culture, you are free to comment both in Azerbaijan and English, and I'll try to answer all your questions and queries or suggestions. Okay, we start. We will do it mostly in English, but all the stuff in Azerbaycani is welcome as well. Çünkü auditoriumuzun əsas hissəsi Azərbaycan dilidir. Okay, Ferrari. This is the latest film made by great Michael Mann. Last film done by Michael Mann happened in 2015, Black Hat, starring Chris Hemsworth. Michael Mann is an author. He made incredible films like The Heat, Insider, Collateral, Last of Mohicans, original Hannibal Lecter film, Manhunter, and many more. One of the best directors ever. Almost 80 years old. Ferrari was a passion project for him. It is actually written by screenwriter who passed almost 15 years ago, but Mann respected him and Mann decided to use his script without doing any particular edits or rewrites to the script. So this is based on a book which was released in 1991 by American author, if I'm not mistaken. Book is called Ferrari, The Man and the Machine, something like this. I haven't read the book. Film itself is not bad. It is fine film. It's good film. At some moments it is incredible film. But unfortunately at some moments... Oh, look at the fireworks. At some moments it is bad film. That's the main issue of the Ferrari. Ferrari, as if it has been directed by several people, not only by Michael Mann, because Michael Mann is an author. He's a great director of photography. His films are glamorous, they look good, they are very static, they are very auteurish. This time, however, shots are inconsistent. Sometimes there are incredibly beautifully staged shots, sometimes there are very poor shots. Editing is awful. In the beginning of the film, it's not a spoiler, one of the Ferrari's sons, Dino, is dead. He goes to cemetery and it's like 20 different angles, 20 cuts we are seeing while he's talking his dead son about the grief, about the loneliness and stuff like this. For a Michael Mann who did it with maximum 2-3 takes, 2-3 different angles while he was making the other films, it's quite a bad statistic. It is not on the level of the Michael Mann. Conversely, on the other hand, some scenes, particularly the racing scene, is masterfully done. So I'm just thinking maybe there is some assistance because Sir is old, everything can happen, it's Hollywood. Not sure why there is this level of inconsistency. Secondly, acting in the film is quite good, it is not bad, but I don't like the fact that in Italian film there is no Italian actor who is leading the film. I don't know why Adam Driver was Maurizio Gucci and now he's playing Enzo Ferrari. There are a lot of talented Italian actors with Italian descent who can play Italian characters, like it used to be done by Al Pacino or Robert De Niro or many others. I don't like this fact, but Adam Driver is doing a nice job. There is a couple of very nice monologues, so he's not bad. I'm not saying he's a bad actor at all, but it should change. We should remove whitewashing from the industry. Third thing is the pacing. Third thing is the pacing of the film. Again, there is an inconsistency. I don't like inconsistencies in general. It is acceptable for some filmmakers, not for Michael Mann. But also he had same issue with Blacklist. It is inconsistent. There is not enough characterization. We see the characters, but all of them are incomplete. Also, the theme of being lonely, being distant is one of the major positive sides of the film. I like it. And overall, you watch the film, it's definitely not a bad film. It is a good film, but this is not a film which should have been done by Michael Mann, considering that it was his passion project. Do I suggest you to watch it specifically? No, because most of you not gonna enjoy it. If you are looking for some really good technical details, you will like it. If you are looking for some nice performances, you may like it. Also, there is only single tone, single shade of the performances. Again, loneliness, and all characters are very, very superficial. Things are happening, some things are there, some things are missing. Maybe I'm not very familiar with Ferrari, I don't know. And thirdly, why you make passion project after 30 years and this is your end product? I don't know. On the other hand, when we say the bad thing, we have to say the good thing. Michael Mann is still much more better filmmaker than the names like Steven Spielberg, Ridley Scott, and many others, because this is a passion project and I respect a filmmaker who is still following his passion project. He's 80 years old. Film cost 90 millions and he's happy that he has done it. He's proud. So we should respect this fact. Overall, I would give Ferrari probably 7.5 out of 10. Technically, it's between 1 to 10 because it is very inconsistent, but Ferrari is not a bad film. You may give it a try, but most probably you are not gonna like it. Second film, Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. This is the last film of DCEU, created by Zack Snyder and Warner Brothers. Okay, we all know that DCEU is done. Last 5 films they made, last 6 actually, all bankrupted. There is no film which made particular money since the first Aquaman for last 6 years. And this one was very okay one-timer film. It's pretty much similar to the first Aquaman. I never adored James Wan as an actor. His direction is okay, not great, not bad. He can create the tension because he's a horror film director, but Aquaman is very mediocre. Storyline is very mediocre. Visually, it's very mediocre. Character-wise, characterization is bad. Okay, there is Black Mantra, Yahya Matar II. I don't even know the guy's name. The guy who played Morpheus in latest Matrix, the guy who played Candyman and many other roles. He's quite famous lately. He also played Dr. Manhattan in Watchmen series. So he's not bad, he's a very good actor. Jason Momoa is very good, very remarkable actor, fit for Aquaman, but it's not enough. It is a big film, you can watch it one time, you're not gonna like it, because it's very formulaic. It looks like pretty much first Black Panther and partially the second Black Panther. I mean, Aquaman first one was quite close to the Black Panther, and second one is following the pretty much similar formula. I guess there are some insiders within the industry who are giving the information of Black Panther to Warner Brothers. That's why formula is being stolen. But also the fact of second Black Panther was not being great also probably affects Aquaman. Cinematography, okay, there is no particular cinematography, there is no great camera work. Also, the ending scene when Aquaman is fighting Necros and Black Mantra, there is very good one long take. It's 360-degree take. It's very good. You can enjoy that one, but you have to survive with the film until the end. I like the fact that they didn't cut Amber Heard a lot. She's still in the film. Probably they cut some of her scenes. They minimized her role, but Mera is there, and that's something good. I also loved Patrick Wilson. He's a good actor, and probably he's one of the good sides of the film, because he and James Wan can always make something entertaining. Besides going forward, so Aquaman is like total mess, like all the DC films for the last 6 years. I don't say I don't like them. I enjoyed Flash, I enjoyed even Aquaman, I even enjoyed Blue Beetle, but they don't give you anything particular. They are very one-timer, and my score for Aquaman 2 would be 6 out of 10. If I'm generous, I can make it 6.5, but not more. Should you watch it if you want an easy entertainment? For sure, you can watch it. Will it give you anything particular, anything new? No, not at all. But if you are a fan of the first Aquaman and you are a fan of Jason Momoa, you should definitely watch it, because it's pretty much the same film as the first one. Alright, we go to the third film, the most ambitious one among all 5, and most disappointing one for me. This is the latest animation done by great Mr. Hayao Miyazaki, one of a kind, genius, incredible man, incredible talent, probably top 20 film arts talent of all time, because he's unique. We have watched a lot of things done by Miyazaki. He's incredible. There will never be another Miyazaki, that's for fact. But this film, to come out of retirement after 10 years and make this? Really? Why? I don't know. Why you even make it? Because this is a good film. This is quite a good film. This has some mastery. This has some entertaining value. It is cinematically good. It is stylish and it's very artistic. But if you look back the entire career of the Miyazaki, this is not a good film. Because if you are a fan of the Miyazaki and if you haven't watched films like Howl's Moving Castle, Spirited Away, this film is pretty much the third rework, third polishment of the same idea. Kid getting lost, similar adventures, unexplained creatures, why it's happening. There is a sense of grief, there is a sense of loss, loneliness, there is a passion, there is a friendship at the end. This is exact same formula. I mean, I am a huge fan of the Miyazaki. And if you ask me if I pick again 20 films, probably is a Mononoke or Lupin the Third or maybe Porco Rosso is gonna be in my top 20, but I have to think about it. Probably Mononoke. But why Miyazaki should come out of retirement to do the exact same thing which he already did twice? And some of the elements were also reflected in Ponyo. The war spirit reflected in Wind Rises, which was not one of his better films. And overall, the quality of the animation even not improving this time. I mean, animation-wise, it's good, but it's not good if you are taking into account the fact that it is Miyazaki film. Hayao Miyazaki should never have come from retirement to make this. And considering the fact that Fuad Isaev told me the guy doesn't write a script, he just makes the pictures, he just draws, then he makes up the script based on idea. It costs you tons of money. It's one of the most expensive Japanese films, and you don't see it because it's not there. Probably he made 10 hours long stuff and then he shrimped down to 2 hours. Why? I mean, I start to think that Miyazaki is looking for extra money, or it's just his ego, he needs to do it, but I'm very disappointed with this film. Considering all the factors, story is not bad, it is beautiful, it gives you some feeling. I would give it good 7. If someone else made exact same film, believe me, critics would never say that it's amazing film, it's masterpiece, its rotten score would be like something around 70, but it's now 98. So fact of Miyazaki made it makes film successful, but it is very very mediocre film. It's even mediocre up to the standards of current Japanese animation and anime, so it's solid 7. I don't advise you to watch it unless you are a die-hard fan of the Miyazaki. Conversely, if you want to watch entire films of the Miyazaki, start with this one, with Wind Rises, Ponyo and other ones, because quality will gradually rise if you watch these ones, the bad films first, because bad Miyazaki films is still better than most of the films. 7, I think that's enough for Mr. Hayao Miyazaki, and we move to the fourth film. Fourth film, quite ambitious project called One Life, based on the true story of Nicholas Winton, who rescued 669 kids from Prague prior to the Second World War, prior to the Nazi invasion in 1939. This is not a bad film. Just a second, there is a comment. Okay, there is a comment from Fuad, guys. You can read that one. He's just double stating the fact which he told me about how Miyazaki's creative process is being progressed. Alright, One Life. It's not a bad film. It is a good film. But it is typical Jewish propaganda. So basically, Nicholas Winton saved all these children. By the way, he lived until he was 106 or 5, so the guy lived very very long life. In 1980s his story was declared to the world knew his story, what happened, how he saved the kids. Very very typical Jewish Holocaust film. We feel sorry for the kids, but it is interesting, do Jewish people feel sorry for the kids of Palestinian people they kill while watching the film? Because some Nazis didn't kill the Jewish kids, but they keep killing Palestinian kids. So this film is a propaganda. It is made quite well. Soundtracks are very very nice. Acting is very good. Helena Bonham Carter is bringing one of her best performances, because in this film, similar to Fight Club, she's quite minimalist. You don't see her acting a lot, with minimal acting, minimal words, minimal mimics. She's bringing something fresh to her character. She's playing the mother of the Anthony Hopkins, Nicholas Winton. So Hopkins is older version. There is another guy playing the younger version of the character. Both of them are doing great job. Anthony Hopkins is standard Anthony Hopkins. I mean, he has been the same guy for the last 30 years since I born. But the younger guy copies his movements, his maneuvers, his characters, his soul. So I like the young actor. I don't know his name, but it's a good job. It's a one-time film. Typical propaganda. Will not bring you anything new at all. If you want to get sloppy, if you want to get tears up, you can watch that one. But that's it. I would give that film 7 out of 10 again. I'm very generous with the scores, by the way. And then we go to the next film. Next film is Priscilla. Among all the films I watched, this was my most favorite one. Made by great and the only Sophie Coppola. It is the biography of the Priscilla Presley, the only wife of the Elvis Presley, based on the book written by Priscilla herself. Book is called Priscilla and Me. Elvis and Me, sorry. So, film has the soul, style, as if it is spiritual successor of Maria Antoinette, also done by Sophie Coppola. It's a very good film, very artistically made, incredible color, incredible costumes. Cinematography is very subtle. There is specific grain at some scenes, particularly added by Coppola to give you the experience of 60s. Performances are amazing. The guy Jacob Elordi, who also played in Saltburn, who plays the Elvis, brings incredible performance. He doesn't look like exactly Elvis Presley, but he acts like Elvis Presley. You're gonna love it. Priscilla is also very well played. There are a couple of scenes, it's like backshot of Elvis while he's on the stage. Those ones are highlight of the cinematography because they are done in a very artistic way. Much better the things Baz Luhrmann did in his Elvis biopic. But overall, film has an issue. So this film covers the Priscilla's life, and it mainly focuses on the part that Priscilla and Elvis things around them until they get married. So basically, 2/3 of the film is about their relation being developed, evolving, and then abruptly they get married. And it's not a big spoiler, but you can miss next 1 minute if you don't want to get it. And they immediately divorce. There is no story over there, similar to Marie Antoinette again. Everything goes great, there is a great build-up, but there is no culmination, no peak of the film. It's just there and it's not there. It's very straight film, very monotonous, you don't feel the moments. I think that's main issue of this film. That's main issue pretty much all Sofia Coppola films, except probably Lost in Translation. You never see the peak moment, the moment of the film when you watch the Sofia's films. I don't know why she's doing it, maybe it's her style. Also there was some peaks at Beguiled, to be honest, but mostly she doesn't do it. Somewhere, Blingering, all pretty much same. By the way, my car is pretty much fucked up. It's hardly driving. So this is main takeaway from the film. One thing I liked, and in the same time I didn't like, you never see Colonel Tom Parker, who was played by Tom Hanks in previous Baz Luhrmann film. In this film, it's very interesting addition, it's very stylish, it's very purposeful, so you basically know that there's a colonel, there is Elvis manager, who is very important figure in Elvis' life, who was quite also influential to Priscilla's life. but he's not in the film. You hear that he did something, he's calling Elvis, but we never actually see him. This is very interesting choice, and for me this is also very tasteful choice. I liked it. What I don't like, there is no build up, there is no resolution, and at the end it ends on a very very plain note. But direction wise, this is the best among all 5 films we discussed today. This is pure. Performance wise, this is the best. So overall, this is the highlight of my first week of cinema since I came back to London. I managed to watch these 5 films within this week, and I can give 8 to 8.5 to Priscilla. And if it had a peak, a resolution of story, an impactful moment, I would say that it could go up to 9 to 9.5. Very good film. Definitely recommend it. Watch it, you're not gonna regret it. You're gonna know a lot of new things about Elvis, about Priscilla, about how Lisa Maria Presley was born, stuff like this. It is interesting film. Definitely recommend it. Alright, yes, what? That's absolutely correct. Like father, like daughter. Because they will never be another, even 10% of Francis Ford Coppola. Alright guys, this is it for today. Any questions, any additions? We're gonna disconnect in 2-3 minutes. Okay, Fuad saying that he doesn't agree on the resolution. Not every good film should have a resolution. I agree. I'm not saying that it is a bad film, but I'm saying that having a resolution would make it definitely better. Because I'm telling you, I'm giving it 8 to 8.5, so I like it, I adore it. But with the resolution, with the peak of the emotions between Elvis and Priscilla, that film could have much better impact, much better score, in my opinion. But again, it's a lovely film. I would suggest you to watch this one, not to waste your time on One Life, because One Life is very ordinary film, but this one is something special. This is artistic film, this is partial art house film, this is must for people like you, this is must for the people who like this type of films. Alright guys, that's it for today. Our numbers are getting down. We are 4 people. Next week, I'm gonna watch Poor Things. I'm gonna watch The Boys on the Boat. I may watch Wonka at cinema, but I will also watch a couple of other films. I'm planning to watch Barbarian Horror. This is an old film, but I haven't watched it. I also watched already Sonic the second one, Client, Planes, Airplanes, Trains and Automobiles as a part of the films I watched in 2024, and I'm gonna share my list with you guys as well. Alright, I was driving like crazy, hope you liked it. I'm not interested in Wonka either for what. Okay guys, if there are no other questions, I'm going to get disconnected. Thank you very much for your time. I love you all, keep tuned, and if you had some issues with ads, please let me know. Thank you very much, have a nice evening. By the way, I'm gonna stream later on probably Uncharted 4. If you want to tune up, I'm gonna stream that one via PlayStation. We can still have a chat, and that's very cinematic game to watch. Alright, live streaming, and we stop. Bye guys.